If you've ever had depression randomly slap you in the face and you end up relapsing, blood running down your thighs, and you rot in bed scrolling until your eyes fucking hurt, and you eventually fall asleep wondering, how the fuck do I end my misery, bro? If you've ever experienced that, this is for you, because I put together 5 easy steps for you to follow so you can be happy permanently after watching this video. So lock in, fucking watch this video to the end. It's what changed my life, and it should change yours too. Step 1, understand how happiness works. So right now, objectively, yeah, you are a failure and you kind of deserve it. I mean, you spend like 14 hours a day on video games, you fucking relapse 4 times a day, like your grades suck. I mean, your parents are disappointed in you. Your life is shit, objectively. I mean, you rot in bed scrolling on fucking IG, and then you randomly go on Hentai Haven for the 5th time today. And yeah, life fucking sucks for you because you're a failure. Like, you are dead ass right now a worthless little bitch. I'm gonna be so fucking for real. It sounds toxic as fuck, but this is what fucking therapists don't tell you. So then you stay depressed and you keep giving them fucking money and you get scammed and then you eventually kill yourself. Like, you are just a worthless little slob who fucks up his life with random bullshit like porn, fucking Xans, like 14 hours of video games, binging an entire series of anime when that shouldn't even be physically possible. I mean, like, you're kind of a failure. But let's completely reverse that. What if you were someone who was just straight up perfect? Like, if you had a demon-like physique, perfect fucking hair, clear ass skin, style impeccable, insane work ethic, insane productivity, inhuman focus, talent and skill at every fucking aspect of life. I mean, like, if you were this perfect version of yourself, you won't be depressed. You won't be mad at life. You won't be annoyed at it. Life won't be hard. Life will literally be on easy mode if you were just better. And you would love that version of yourself because, I mean, you're fucking winning. You're not a failure at that version of yourself. So if you were that ideal version of you, depression, anxiety, mood swings, like insane fucking thoughts, suicidal thoughts, it all goes away if you were just fucking better. If you were just a god at life. And the reason I know you would love yourself that way is because you always say, like, damn, I wish that was me. Why is everything so fucking hard for me, bro? Like, bro, I wish I was just someone else. Like, why me? This shit's so life is so unfair, bro. Like, fucking, bro, pretty privilege. Like, my life sucks. You always think that. So that's how I know that you would love this fucking IRL cheat code version of you, where life is just easy as fuck. Because then at that point, you're gonna be winning at life, and because you're winning, you're gonna feel amazing. But right now, you're not. Right now, you're a failure, and that's okay because I was like that too, and that's why I'm making this video to help you. So, yeah. Step 2, how do you actually become that ideal version of yourself? To become a fucking demon at life, to get so good at life where all struggle is erased, you need to stop fucking yourself up. That ideal version of you doesn't fuck himself up, but you do. And you are a depressed little failure right now. So yeah, that guy doesn't fucking binge anime. That guy doesn't fucking relapse. That guy doesn't edge his fucking dick for 3 hours straight. Like, that guy gets to fucking work. That guy goes to the gym. That guy takes care of himself. That guy works hard on himself. That guy fucking grinds. A failure, a depressed loser who hates his life doesn't fucking lock in. And I mean, it makes sense, right? If you don't work out, if you don't fucking grind at school, if you don't lock in on business, if you don't eat healthy, if you don't journal, if you don't meditate, if you don't do anything productive with your life, that means you don't deserve anything in life because you didn't fucking work on anything in life. So yeah, you are just pretty much a bitch, a little failure. So step 3, how do you actually stop fucking yourself up? How do you actually stop relapsing? How do you actually stop playing 14 hours of video games a day, which I know you do because I did that too. But how do you stop having a screen time of 16 hours a day? How do you stop binging 3 seasons of anime every day for weeks on end? How do you stop fucking up your life? How do you stop hitting the fucking cart? How do you stop hitting the fucking Nick? How do you stop popping Xans, bro? How do you stop when that shit is just so fucking addicting? This one is actually a lot easier than it sounds. First, you need to understand how those habits and addictions make you believe that they make your life better, but they actually cause your misery. They actually cause your depression. Once you understand that, it becomes so easy for you to quit them with the method that I'm about to explain to you. So in life, throughout your day, there are 3 happiness levels. At the bottom, there's depression, which is like, you know, you feel like shit. At the middle, it's content, it's happiness. And at the top, it's being high, it's being in ecstasy. When you do those habits that prevent you from locking in and fucking becoming the ideal version of yourself, when you do them, they bring your happiness up to ecstasy level. They make you high as fuck. That's why they're so addicting, right? Because they make you high as fuck. But then for some reason, it stops hitting and now you're suicidal. Now you want to die. This is because our brains are wired to average every emotion we feel to being content, to being happy. It averages everything out to that middle line. So if in our day we start off with immediately scrolling on our phone, immediately hopping on Valorant as soon as we fucking wake up, if we immediately wake up and in first fucking period of our school day, we go to the bathroom to hit someone's vape, like from the very start, we feel ecstasy, but then you feel like a failure, then you feel depressed, then you want to kill yourself because our brain averages everything out to the middle. And to combat that ecstasy and bring it to the middle, it needs to make you feel suicidal. It needs to make you feel depressed in order to average those 2 extremes to its middle contentment level. Now, this may seem absolutely retarded. Like, why the fuck is our brain wired like this? Why does it forcibly make us feel depressed no matter what we do? Literally, no matter what we do. Even if we're like actually having fun with like our friends and our family, we still want to kill ourselves during those times because our brain forcibly averages out the entire day's emotion level to contentment. That's so retarded. But when you think about it, it's really not. Probably back then, like a million years ago, our lives, human lives, were absolutely fucking atrocious. Like, we were literally in the trenches of trenches. I mean, we were hunting like woolly mammoths, bro. And then your brother got eaten by a saber-toothed tiger. We had to go to fucking war where we would see like maggots crawling in our flesh. Like, our mother would die from like a disease and now like she's gone. Like, back then, life was so fucking hard. Life was so shit. And our brains had to adapt to that. Our brains had to make life bearable. So it took all of those miseries and it averaged it out to being content. It took every miserable action and it leveled it up. It forcibly averaged it all out to contentment 24/7. This is actually why animals don't fucking kill themselves, because they have the same wiring in their brain. Like, they gotta make sure they don't fucking starve. They gotta make sure they reproduce. They gotta not get eaten by predators. All that's hard, but because it's hard, their brain adapted to average that out to contentment. If we give those animals like ecstasy, if we give them if we give them cards, bro, if we make them high as fuck, if we give them porn, if we give those animals video games, then they would find life not worth living and they would kill themselves because they would be forcibly in depression. So, okay, now that you know it's those habits that keep you depressed, now that you know that it's those habits, it's the fucking Nick, it's the fucking pills, it's the ODing on meds, it's the video games, it's the porn, it's the YouTube shorts. Now that you know the real thing that keeps you depressed is those things that you think make you happy, sit on the floor and stare at a fucking wall. Sit on the floor and stare at a fucking wall. When you get tempted, when you get urges, when you want to fucking relapse, when the urges are so fucking loud, remember that it's those exact things that keep you fucking miserable. So sit and just fucking zone out while staring at a wall. No music, no reading, no fucking, don't do any homework, don't do any work. Just sit and just stare at a wall. That's the type of silence that you should be experiencing right now. Like, probably like 70% of you clicked off because I just sat in silence. But that's the kind of silence, that's the kind of boredom you need for your brain to be like, oh shit, we are bored as fuck. Let me raise this boredom. Let me raise this misery. Let me average it out to contentment. That's the kind of boredom you need to where you're about to click off this video. Like, sitting and doing nothing is so boring that your brain will average it out to being fun because that's how it's wired. And when you do this for majority of your day, I'm talking fucking 2 hours, 3 hours of just what I just did, just staring at a wall, like 3 hours of that, it becomes more fun than your addictions because that happiness is constant. It's not fluctuating. And we all hate change. We all hate rapid fucking changes. So sitting and staring at a fucking wall is more fun than spazzing out on a cart, bro. Like, sit and stare at a wall when you get those urges. Sit and stare and fucking zone out for like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and it will be more fun than the normal shit you do to relax and have fun. It will be more fun than that because your brain will average it out to being constantly happy. It's literally 3 hours of just pure happiness. What the fuck? There's no drug on this planet that can make that happen. And now that you know that, it's actually not unreasonable for you to just... But because of how bad your current situation is, I mean, you literally want to kill yourself. Your brain will preemptively not raise your happiness to not being happy 24/7 because it still thinks that you're gonna go geek out on a cart or something. That sucks because for a brief moment when you're sitting down and staring at a wall, you're gonna be more depressed. You're gonna have stronger urges to go and fuck up your life. It will suck if you just go straight up cold turkey type shit. So step 4, how do you actually counteract this temporary misery, this temporary boredom? I want you to constantly remain busy with actions that require zero thinking. Do extremely easy things that require zero fucking effort, zero thinking. Easy shit like going outside and just fucking looking at the sky. Going outside and walking aimlessly in a random direction. Organizing your clothing drawer. Planning your outfit for the next day. Picking up the tissues off of your floor. Like sitting in a hot bath and just swimming. Without your phone, obviously. Just do something where it's A, easy as fuck, B, requires no thinking, and C, doesn't put you in an environment where you can just randomly get up and start spazzing out and just start fucking up your life. I like doing this at school. If you have work, it's pretty much the same thing. I just sit and just zoned out stare at my teacher and I'm just not thinking. And because I'm bored as fuck in school, I'm training my brain to be like, oh, there's no external stimulation. I gotta average out this boredom then. And now when I go about my day, I feel at peace, bro. I feel fucking happy as shit, even though I'm not doing anything fun. Now that for the majority of your day, you're happy, or at least you know how to be happy, you will notice that work will get you high. Yes, work will get you fucking high. Fucking studying, grinding out a project, scripting a video, editing a video, recording this video. I don't know, working on your business. Like, whatever work that you have to do, but you're just too fucking lazy to do it. At this point, this work will get you high. Because if we go back to that graph where like there's 3 main ways of how you feel, now that it's averaged to mostly being 24/7 content, if we do something hard like business work or gym, whatever shit you know will bring you success in the future, but you're just too lazy to do it, it's gonna lower our happiness level. But because we have to average it out, our brains will bring it to ecstasy. Our brains will bring it to the level of being high. Now work is addictive. Now work gets you fucking high and you don't feel depressed after. There's no crash because it's your brain that's averaging it. It's not any substance that's forcibly making you feel high. It's your brain making you feel high. So there's no crash after that. Now work is addictive and you become that ideal version of yourself that you need to be in order to cure depression. That's it. So now it's entirely up to you. You are now responsible for your depression because you now know the method, the actions that you need to follow to be happy. But that's where there's an issue. It's entirely up to you. You are responsible for following this guide. You are responsible for quitting the stuff that's fun for the sake of your own fucking life and winning. But how is someone who is addicted and has been a failure their whole life qualified to get you success? I mean, you wouldn't want a crackhead teaching you how to quit crack. I mean, shit, he'd probably get you on crack. You would want someone who is successful. You would want someone who quit all their addictions. You would want someone who achieved the same things you dream of achieving to be entirely responsible for you. So there would be no chance of failure and no struggle trying to figure life out. So if you DM me on Discord, we will dial in on this shit together. Bro, like me and you. And because I know exactly every single fucking scenario, every single possibility that may or may not lead you to success, the chance of you becoming him, the chance of you being like a god, the chance of you being so good at life to where it's on easy mode, the chance of that happening, 100%. You cannot lose if you DM me on Discord and the two of us lock in on curing our depression forever. You cannot lose. So if you want this shit to be over, if you want the voice in your head to be working for you, not hating on you, if you want to love yourself instead of cut yourself, bro, DM me on Discord. I fucking got you, bro.